different type of gaming zones in that area. Yeah, it's getting constructed right now. The seventh floor has been constructed. The structure is building up. By December 2024, we are going to launch this mall. And this is an open terrace where we are proposing a open distro bar and gaming zone for the people to hang out in the evenings. And we have recently, just with the support of NAPA, we are building a viewers museum for the first time in India and around the world. On that,
And then many of these executive committee members, NAPA members, they recently had a chance to visit Hyderabad and also visit this place too. So can you go to the next slide? So what is this? So as you have already seen, this is a top class infrastructure with all the technologies that one could think of. So you have everything in it. And then Padmashali Handloom and Textile Shopping Mall. PVT is the name that they gave it to us. Now, next slide, please. About the location, Kompally, I already told you, this is one of the best locations. And then just so you know, the state of Telangana, outside of the IT, which is like whatever, Madhapur and then high-tech city, they now made Kompally like as a second in place IT hub to start like, inviting the companies. There are about 300 plus companies. They are all like, coming in and around this mall. Okay, this is just about 10 minutes, 10 kilometers from Paradise Circle, where we all go and then eat biryanis. Okay, so it's about 10 kilometers, and you can go there about 15 to 18 minutes. And then futuristic development, this is what like now already talked about it, the 300 people, companies are coming in. And then there is a futuristic double-decker skyway is also coming there. That is something new in Hyderabad that is going to come to this mall, meaning this will go to the mall. Go to the next slide, please. Mall highlights, we already talked about it, 7 floors, 3 cellars, like, there is a lot of space. Go to the next slide. The reason being I'm rushing to you guys, I wanted to talk about the quick numbers so that you guys can make the decision. Go to the next slide, please. The team is, the team is, as I told you, Aslam Architects. Aslam Architects, these are the very renowned architects in India. They have a lot of fame and name to them. They have too many success stories, building in similar type of malls and the commercial establishments. And then it's been completely outsourced to a construction company too. They are the people who have been constructing this. Go to the next slide, please. Available space. What is available for you guys today to invest? There are 3 floors. Level 1, about 40,000 square foot, complete floor. And then level 6, again, 25,000 square foot. Level 7, about 30,000 square foot. Put together, there is 100,000 square foot space is available. And if you could look at the rates, 20,000, 15,000, 13,000, these are the rates at cost, guys. Okay, the whole intent is to create an opportunity for all Padmashalis to own a commercial land in a place like Hyderabad. Many of us go and then buy the flats for our living or like, for our parents, but many a times we don't even get an opportunity to go and buy a commercial piece of land, which is being built, managed, executed, operated, and in future also. Hari and the rest of the team, they are coming up with a plan wherein you can invest. They are going to take care of everything, property management to whatnot, letting it out to the place and all that.
Level 1, what's the rent?
I'm going to come there. I know you have all those questions. I already prepared. Can you go to the next slide, please? So, these are the ballpark numbers that we have put in. Hari and the rest of the team, they went to every other commercial establishment in and around in Kompally, trying to understand as to what is the ongoing rent, so that you could do the economics and then whatever the things. So level 1, 100 square foot, you are spending the rent is like 100 rupees per square foot it is going on. For the food court, it is about 500 rupees. Because there will be a lot of activity and then movement here. And then for the level 7, it's about 250 rupees ongoing rent. Okay. What could be the rent in 2025? 150, 700, 300. And then what is that you could expect as a per month rent is about 15,000, 70,000 and 30,000 rupees. Can you go to the next slide, please? This is exclusively for Padmashali community. And there is one other slide, right? Go to the next slide. Yeah. Okay, now let me talk about the real numbers, the numbers that you wanted to know. But for that matter, even I wanted to know. So we took a very simple example. What is that? If you invest 1 crore rupee today, right? What is in there for you guys? 1 crore mortgage that you pay today, which this property has already been approved by multiple banks, including ICICI, and then you name it. All we wanted is your name, last name, first name, and the details. And then Hari and the team, they are going to get the loan also done. So 1 crore, if you invest, the mortgage would be about 1,10,000 rupees per month. And then monthly revenue could be 1.75 lakhs, which is about, you could make about 65,000 rupees per month on the investment of 1 crore rupee, wherein I know, and everybody knows, we go and then put 20% down payment. The remaining would can be like an opt-in from the bank. After meeting all your bank expenses, you still can get that money. So, Hari is here, I'm here, I'm local from California, my wife is there, Chandu. We are available for you anytime, any day, any evening. There's one more slide. Last slide, guys. Hope it is interesting for you. Am I boring you guys?
No.
No, right?
No.
No. Okay, good. So there is another thought came in. Balaji Anna and Hari Garu, they are talking about when we started thinking about, hey, you know what, how we can make this happen. There is only 100,000 square foot available, guys. only for Padmashalis. I'm repeatedly saying your neighbor, your top guy, the guy like downstairs to you, everybody is a Padmashali. And this has been proven time and again, not for one time, multiple times. And the promoters behind this, they are into, you name it, Srisailam, Tirupati, Varanasi, now Ayodhya. You know Satralu ante? These are the guys who actually build those Satralu. Everything what you see in Srisailam, just so you know, guys, these the same set of team members now they are already started building the Chawal tree, which is Satramu in Ayodhya. So anything and everything these guys are doing, they have a purpose. They with strong commitment. They putting in the skin in the game. They're not like commercial purpose for anything. So one thing is 100,000 square feet is available. Hari is like here. I'll be here. Please come and then give us your details. We can give you every detail possible to you. All we wanted is give us your name, number, and then we'll get in touch with you. We have a lot of literature available, comparables to whatnot. The day you book it, I can guarantee you that you're already making 20 to 25% of the upside, which is your down payment actually. Okay, net, we are getting it for zero. Thank you very much, guys. If you guys any questions, I'll take it.
Perfect. Okay. So in the interest of the time,
I know.
You know who to talk to for this interesting venture. Please reach out to Shravan and Hari.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
And we do have a stall outside.
I have a stall too here
Over the
outside.
day, you can ask any questions, or I can share you the brochure. You can scan the code and we'll share all the details to you.
Website for this.
Yeah, we
We have
have,
a
but
website.
currently it's under development, but still you have all the details in the brochure.
Okay then. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What Harindra is going to do is he's going to visit all the chapters and the chapter directors will coordinate locally to bring in the people who may be interested in investing in this project. And that schedule will be published very soon. Thank you, Harindra, for coming here and
Thank you so
presenting it. This is a great opportunity, guys. Think about it. Your investment will be highly secured. At the same time, you will generate revenues. And they are simply asking to be part of this great project for our own heritage. And Balaji came up with this museum of how the weaving tradition is going to be presented to the future generations. And they're asking initially about 20 crores of rupees to make this project complete with their loan already arranged. So that is the initial requirement they have, and those things will be provided when you meet one-on-one in different chapters.
Right, yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to this. And also we are looking to create an SPV, a special purpose vehicle, so that the funds can be channeled through this new company that we're going to create in the US. And also the returns will be received and distributed here, so that you don't need to worry about your currency fluctuations and other rupee and reserve bank and etc. etc. We will make it like a professional syndicated fund to invest in this project, and it will be fully transparent and highly visible, and we are getting end cost. That is what you need to do. You're not paying the premium to get into this market. It's our project and our people are doing it, and we're going to be part of it. And let's think about it, and we will answer any questions you may have. Thank you. So the investment will be driven through the new entity that we're going to create based on our member interest. Okay, thank you. We'll have a follow-up conversation on it separately. In the interest of the time, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks,
Thank you.
Right. Thank you both for it's a great venture to consider. So next up, I would like to invite Srini Kumaripalli. He's going to talk about a exciting mobile product that he's up to. Welcome, Srini Kumaripalli.
Hello everyone, my name is Srini Kumaripalli. I'm from New Jersey. I'm a New Jersey chapter director of NAPA. First of all, thank you NAPA team and panel and everyone for giving this opportunity to present my idea. And this is the first time I'm presenting. Please help me. And all I need your feedback and your comments, and of course your investments, advising, and sponsorship. So my agenda today is, I want to present an idea. This is just an ideation, and also would like to discuss about the features and the growth and the finance aspect of it. Next. So, what is the problem statement? So you have seen the name. The name of the product is Elite Serve, and it says a mobile app, a premium mobile app, and which is going to solve these problem statements. I know. I want to ask a question first. Anyone did any home improvements or repairs in last 1 year? Can you please raise your hand?
Everybody.
Okay. So this is the app going to help you to make sure that the journey of the home improvement or repairs is seamless and smooth, and it has a transparency, and also of course you get everything trusted professional. So yeah, so the problem statement here, if you see that there is no proper networking between the customers and service professional, and that's what we're going to address. And there is no source, like you can just trust it and you go and then sign up and purchase something and your job will be done. And also, like we want to use a simple app with a simple navigation that should able to help to not to spend like hours or minutes of time to go through it. And we should have a notification system and built-in schedules and all that, so that it will save a lot of time. And I know, like when we are doing any home improvement, there's a lot of time to take just to get started. So this is going to avoid that, help to resolve those issues. So okay, yeah, my idea is about build a premium mobile app. Why I'm saying like a premium mobile app, there is any number of mobile apps, but I want to build a premium mobile app which basically revolutionize these home improvements repairs needs on your fingertips in a mobile. And this will also offer a catalog of services where you can just go and buy it, your job is done. And how that works and all, it's inbuilt. And of course, nowadays you have seen that AI is a key for reduce the redundant jobs, and a lot of automation can be done through it. And this app will have the inbuilt AI recommendations, review system, rating system, and notification and all that. So the journey is simple. Enroll as a customer and purchase the offering, and execution will be done, and then you review and provide the ratings. So I'm taking a simple the growth example. Assume that now I know, like NAPA, we have almost 10,000 members in USA. Out of 10,000, I'm taking just NAPA. I'm talking about NAPA families. I'm just taking I want to really talk about because there's a lot of growth opportunity, and this is a very niche area, and there's less competition. And if you take like every household, I know, like even I have a house. I spend like my finishing a basement. I spent 50,000 last year. So every house literally making at least 5 to 10K per year. And I'm taking a NAPA of out of 10,000, taking 2,000 members take this service. And that is equivalent to $10 million. And out of 10 million, of course, maybe 2,000 members may not have on the same year the expenses. If you take a 10% of that, and if they spend 5,000, then that will be itself 1 million. And now, where we get the money? The service fees. That's what our returns. So the 1 million of 5%, if you take an assumption of 5%, that equivalent to 5K, 50K. So what I'm trying to say that here the growth opportunity, we are not talking about just NAPA, only 20% of that, out of that 10% of that. Now think about it. Expand out it. This application is not for just NAPA. This is not for NRIs, not for Telugu or Hindu or Indians. It's for everyone. And we want to target a global, even become globally. But for now, I want to go by city, and this is more primarily target for suburbs. Yeah. So I was just exploring more, like what could be the yearly, how much money we are spending on home improvements and needs. So in 2024, $20 billion spent on it. just for home improvements and repairs. Think about it. So what is the potential growth we have over a period of time? Now what is my confidence is here, by the time it built it $1 million product, but end of 10 years, it could be $1 billion product. Okay, I think that presentation got a little messed up. Sorry for that. Okay, what is the current status? Go on next. So I would like to highlight more on like current status, future expansion, and what I'm looking for. So current status, to just give some background, I work with American Express. Last 8 years, I was part of the growth act team where we can come up with innovation and the products. So it gives me a lot of opportunity to understand, like, any idea, any application, if I look at it, I can see in different dimension. And that's giving me an opportunity to look at, like, what is the requirements it could be, what product make more successful. So that's where, like, I created a lot of business requirements for each and every workflow, so that how it can be, like, more successful. So I have a platform and technology. I have a brand establishment. Primarily, ultimately, to get it successful, you need to have a proper marketing strategies. And of course, nowadays, you believe that this marketing strategy works today, but tomorrow not. So we need to come up with a multi-facet marketing strategies. And I have those things in documented. And I have also, of course, workforce and resource. So I'm going to build a MVP product with a limited features. And these are the MVP product. So next. And this MVP product gives a simple navigation, a simple mobile app with a minimal required things to get that app and the workflow seamlessly. And the future expansion, I have many other things. Okay. Now what I'm looking for here. So as I mentioned that this is my first time. I need a feedback first of all, and I need your comments, critics, and of course I need investments, partnerships, and advisors, and the brand promoters of NAPA.
All right, good luck.
So, okay, especially investment aspect, the preceding fund, I'm looking for 250K with a percentage of ownership of 25%. And I've also divided, like, how those will be categorized and what the cost will go and all. Next one. So, I'm looking for more partners, and the return on investment will be like 3 to 5 years. Next one. So I created the timeline. What is the ETA of this product? The ETA of this product is April 15, 2024. Why I'm saying that ETA of the product is April 15? So I have a plan for the execution. So that's where I'm looking for the funding. Next. Yeah. So feedback and questions. So please do let me know if you have any feedback or questions. So I'm happy to answer your questions.
Thank you, Srinath. Since due to the time, right, I think we would like to keep the questions a little shorter. So we can give equal opportunity for the other entrepreneurs who's been waiting to get their chance.
Yes, yeah, I have one question. So there's so many, it's a crowded market already, Srini. You have Craigslist, you have other companies, similar services. What is unique about your platform that can really defend yourself to penetrate into the market?
Yeah, I know, like, there are Angie's, Home Advisors, Thumbtack, Craigslist, there's so many, but they are a directory of services, and we are the service catalog offers. So for example, you need a handyman for 2 hours, and the service provider listed as 2 hours is $200, and you buy it, your job will be done. So it's a service of catalog. So where a fixed bid services will be there, or in customized bid service will be there. And of course, there is a lot of legality and compliances, and all these things are there. I have that documented in such a way that I can able to explain exactly how it works. And all that will be, of course, there are a lot of disclaimers and the proper contract terms will be exchanged and agreed upon. Then only the job will be started.
Okay, great. Thank you, Srini. Any one question from the viewers here? Anybody wants to ask a question? Yeah, go ahead.
How are you going to manage your marketing?
Yes, there is a concept of right now, I'm trying to integrate the communities and then the customers. And then the service professional will onboard with their services. See, ultimately the transparency and the price is a matter for everyone. That's what, our service fees are very nominal. So everyone feel like, yes, this is a trusted system. I can go for it and I can buy for it. Both the sides, I can give an offer to the customers through this service because it's a seamless and it's helped with the scheduling and it's with the notification service, ensure that the time management will be handled properly. Both the sides.
All right, you know what? I want to congratulate Srini on this, right? We need to, as a community, we need to encourage young entrepreneurs like Srini. So thank you, Srini. Good luck. And then please give us the feedback in person.
You can talk offline to Srini. And he already successfully launched the nriwala.com and is very well known in the community. Again, thank you, Srini.
All right. So next up, I'm really honored to welcome a special guest. She came all the way from India to be with us today. Give her a big round of applause. Vijayalakshmi Varsala from India. She's a textile entrepreneur. She's going to show us her venture details today.
అమెరికాలో నివాసులకు మీ కవితతోటి మన తెలుగు నేలకు పేరు ప్రఖ్యాతులు సంపాదిస్తున్న మీ అందరికీ మా యొక్క పేరు పేరున ధన్యవాదాలు తెలుపుకుంటున్నాను. నా పేరు వర్కాల విజయలక్ష్మి. మాది కోయలగూడెం గ్రామము. మేము చేనేత ఉత్పత్తులని తయారు చేస్తాము. మా భర్త చేనేత ఉత్పత్తులను తయారు చేస్తాము. మనకు సహాయంగా నేను చేనేత పనిని నేర్చుకున్నాను. నేర్చుకొని విజయలక్ష్మి అనే సంస్థను స్థాపించుకున్నాను. మేము చాలా పేద కుటుంబం నుంచి వచ్చాము. ఫస్ట్ వచ్చి చేనేత ఉత్పత్తులని మాకు రోజుకు 2 రూపాయలు చొప్పున నెలకు 60 రూపాయలు పొదుపు సంఘంలో తీరమని చెప్పారు. అయితే మాకు 60 రూపాయలు కూడా కట్టడానికి చాలా కష్టంగా ఉండేది. అయితే నేను ఒక గవర్నమెంట్ సంస్థ ద్వారా టైలరింగ్ లో శిక్షణ తీసుకొని నేను ఒక 300 మందికి నేను టైలరింగ్ లో శిక్షణ ఇచ్చాను. ఇచ్చి టైలరింగ్ లో శిక్షణ ఇచ్చాను. ఇచ్చి మేము ఫస్ట్ ఒక 30 ఏళ్ల కింద మన చేనేత వస్త్రంలో ఒక ఫ్యాబ్రికే తయారయ్యేది. మేడమ్స్ తయారు కాకపోయేది. నేను ఏదో ఒక కొత్తగా చేయాలి, మన చేనేత మహిళలకు కనీసం పిల్లల్ని చదివించుకోవాలి, కనీసం ఒక భర్త చేస్తే వెళ్ళదు ఊర్లలో. ఆ 5 పిల్లలు భర్త అందరు కష్టపడితేనే వాళ్ళు 5 ఏళ్లతోటి అన్నం తీయగలుగుతారు మన దగ్గర. అలాంటి ఆలోచనతోటి నేను ఒక బెడ్షీట్లు, పిల్లో కవర్లు, కుషన్ కవర్లు ఇవన్నీ తయారు చేయడం, కుర్తాలు ఇవన్నీ చేయడం మొదలు పెట్టాను. మొదలు పెడితే ప్రపంచం మనకు WSC అని వీవర్ సర్వీస్ సెంటర్ ద్వారా మన ఉత్పత్తులకు మంచి ఆదరణ వచ్చి ఇట్లా వీళ్ళు బాగా చేస్తున్నారు, చేనేత ఉత్పత్తులు బాగున్నాయని అన్ని ఇండియాలోని ఉన్న అన్ని రాష్ట్రాలకు, మన అన్ని కంట్రీలలో నన్ను 15 కంట్రీలకు మన ఉత్పత్తులు అమ్మడానికి ఎంపిక చేశారు. చేసి మేము మన ఉత్పత్తులను అమ్మకాలు చేసి మన కొంచెం మా గ్రామంలోనే కాకుండా చుట్టుపక్కల గ్రామంలోని మహిళలకు కూడా కొంచెం ఉపాధి కల్పించగలుగుతున్నాను. అందరూ కొంచెం మంచి పిల్లలను చదువుకొని మంచి స్థాయిలో, నేను కూడా ఒక పేద కుటుంబం వాళ్ళని, నా పాపలను కూడా పిల్లల్ని మంచిగా చదివించుకున్నాను. పెద్ద అమ్మాయిని సివిక్స్ ప్రిపేర్ చేశాను. కింద అమ్మాయి జాబ్ చేస్తుంది. బాబు కూడా మన చేనేతకు చేయితగా ఉండాలని తనను కూడా ఈ బిజినెస్ చూసుకుంటే మనం బతికేదే కాకుండా కూడా ఒక 500 కుటుంబాల కన్నా మనం ఉపాధి చూపించాలని చేస్తున్నాను. ఇట్లా నాకు బీబా అని, ఫ్యాబిండియా అని, నల్లీసి అని ఇట్లా వీళ్ళందరూ మేము చేసే ఉత్పత్తులు అన్ని ఎజో ఫ్రీ డైలోనే చేస్తున్నాము. శరీరానికి కానీ ఎలాంటి హాని లేవు అవి. అది కాక మా గ్రామంలో మేము తయారు చేసే వస్తువులను అమెరికాలోని వైట్ హౌస్ లో కూడా వస్త్ర అలంకరణకు వాడుతున్నారు. ఇప్పుడు నా గ్రామంలోని కాకుండా మా కోయలగూడెం గ్రామం, పుట్టపాక, పోచంపల్లి, గట్టుపల్లి ఇలాంటి గ్రామాలలో తేరియాల రుమాల్ అనే శారీస్ కూడా మనం తయారు చేస్తున్నాము. ఆ శారీస్ కు పేటెంట్ కూడా వచ్చింది మనకు. వస్తువులను మన చెట్ల పండ్లు, పూలు, కాయలు, ఆకులు, ఆయుర్వేద మూలికలతో తయారు చేస్తున్నాం మనము. ఎండాకాలం ఏమో మనకు చల్లదనాన్ని ఇస్తుంది, చలికాలం వెచ్చదనాన్ని ఇస్తుంది, ఆరోగ్యానికి కూడా చాలా బాగుంటున్నాయి ఇవి వస్త్రాలు. మన చేనేత వస్త్రాల్లోని మన తరతరాల సాంప్రదాయ కళ దాగి ఉన్నది. ప్రతి ఒక్కరు ఎక్కడ వెళ్ళినా చేనేత మంచి ఆదరణ చూపిస్తారు. మనం మన చేనేతను కాపాడుతున్నాం. వారంలో ఏదైనా ఒక్క రోజు మన చేనేత వస్త్రాలను మీరు వాడండి. మన తెలుగు రెండు రాష్ట్రాలలో 1,00,000 మంది పైగా చేనేత వృత్తి పైననే ఆధారపడి ఉన్నారు. మీరందరూ మన చేనేత ఉత్పత్తులను వాడి మన చేనేతకు చేయూతనివ్వవలసిందిగా కోరుకుంటున్నాను. నాకు ఈ అవకాశం ఇచ్చిన మీ అందరికీ మరొకసారి పేరు పేరు ధన్యవాదాలు.
Very inspiring women and great leadership and great things.
Amma Vijayalakshmi, very happy to see you. And something to talk about her is she raised her family, she stood on her own feet, and she is helping many women. There's an organization called All Association of Lady Entrepreneurs of India, which is it's called ELI, and it's a very highly recognized by the government of India, and they awarded Vijayalakshmi for her entrepreneurship. Her daughter not only appeared for civil services, now she is teaching the aspiring civil service students from the Telangana BC study circle in Usmania University. Yes, and I happened to speak to them, and she is a small, humble person, but now she has become global. Let's have a big round of applause for her. And she wants to promote our India's tradition, especially the weavers' materials globally. And whatever it takes, let's buy from her whenever you have a wedding or any sari ceremony or whatever. She is an aggregator of all the saris and dupattas and chudidar, kameez, all those things. Whatever materials you need, they are authentically made from the weavers community. And please use her entity to order, and she will deliver to you to your doorstep. So this is a great opportunity to meet you. We've been talking about it, but now I'm happy to see you. So congratulations, and we are here to support you whatever we can. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Vijayalakshmi garu. That was very inspiring. I would like to welcome the next speaker on the stage, Gautam Vasa garu. He will be talking about privacy product SAP.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity.
And before we jump on to the next speaker, I just want to tell everybody, Vijayalakshmi Wala Ammagardi stall on the in front of the center. Please have a look and let's encourage ourselves.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
That you can test what the kind of products that she's promoting, the quality products. Please visit the stall. Thank you.
All right, I'm back. Thanks for the opportunity for everybody here. My name is Gautam Vasa. I have 25 years of technology experience in risk and compliance area. With this experience and of course the entrepreneurial spirit, wanted to bring something which develop something which would really get into the market, which would really prove useful to the market, introduce something which would really create an impact. So my product is called Comply, based on the compliance. So you're aware of a lot of compliances that are in in the market. You would need to be compliant with a lot of government regulations, and with all the products or services should adhere to them. So my product is more towards privacy So you're all aware of your private information, personally identifiable information, PIS, what you call. So this is where my product comes in when you need to secure your private product. So shall we go to the second slide with video, please? This way, explain a brief. Yeah, that's one. So this is a fully developed SAP certified product. Okay. Sure. Let me try to explain as much as possible. I was hoping that the video would bring more than 1,000 words into that. So okay, let's get to the privacy part of it. So everyone is aware privacy need to be secure. Your private information needs to be secure, but then a lot of people do not know what is privacy, private information. So different companies, different verticals, different areas, different industries have a different idea about privacy. So for us, a gentleman, it's your social security number, probably your email address, your bank account details, and all that is private. But then for any corporate, let's say there's a cosmetic company, but then the color of your skin is private, color of your hair is private. That's private information. So that way, every vertical has their own, define what is private information. So our product, what it does is it creates all the full database of the in the backend. It identifies what is private, what can be considered as private information, what can be considered as information that can be a threat and that can possibly expose a corporation to outside agencies which would be able to hack, steal, be used in such ways. So this particular product, it's gonna pull in the information from the database or any kind of databases, process them, and then identify whether that is private, that should be secure, and where this particular information is residing, and where it comes from. In any access, somebody uses any kind of information, they would need to be provided in certain way. So it comes from either rows, it comes from tables, it comes from objects, it comes from fields within a table. So all this, so this would pull the object from there. It would give you in a dashboard. It shows you what kind of information is there, where you would need to fix it to make your make your data compliant. So there are a lot of compliance regulations. You must have got a GDPR, CCPA, COPA, and nowadays every state is going to have their own compliance regulations. So this is where it comes in. Eventually, it's a very large market. The solutions are very few. What we see at the moment is the GDPR regulations that was supposed to come into effect by 2019 is, the corporations were not really ready. They were ready to pay the fines. There was no solution to them, and some developers did bring in some products which is not really to the mark as to capture the private information, secure it, and then move it forward. So this is what the comply does. It's compliant to GDPR, CCPA, COPA, and any other regulations that you can define it as. So. Any company that is being non-compliant, there is a large damage to the company reputation. It could be loss of investor confidence. And then, of course, your share price is going to tumble. You must have seen a lot of companies which were fined by Q. The next day, you would see their share price come down. So these are all the factors that could, define why they should be having a product like this. So, next slide. So the market size you could see is about $40 billion and growing. And then there is a huge opportunity to secondary products for or platforms where you could have. I mean, right now we have it on web development language for SAP itself, but then it could be platform agnostic. So and then yeah, next slide, please. So this is going to support, as I was talking about, it's going to support all kind of regulatory compliances. And as I said, it's got an it's going to support your audit. A very small story about audit. We have seen one of the clients, that's BSNL, which has really hired people to manually scrape the tables to get information whether this is a private and can be considered private or not. And this whole thing took 3 months. After 3 months, they have a scale data. So this particular product is in real time. So the moment you something changes, it would appear on your dashboard. So this is a real time product. Then we have customizable rules there. You know, for any kind of industry, you could define your own private items. So and then we have other added features for privileged access management, where you would really secure your products more. A typical corporation that would say the first month or first year of their implementation could be like 15%, and then it would eventually grow to 50% in the time spent, 60% time spent, because this is going to save a lot of audit time there. So next we have the eventually, yeah. So this is a roadmap. Forget about the dates. It's a bit skewed, but then we are in the first part of it, where the CCRM part and then CEGD up to 2022 and it's 2023. But eventually we are going to implement behavior analytics and of course data discovery and AI for cybersecurity. So yeah. So this is what it is. Probably the video would have shown very good information on what it is. But then yeah, here we are. So any questions?
What is your ask here?
So yeah, good thing. I do not have a specific number at the moment, but I'm looking for anybody who could, work with us in this, in this product. We would need somebody who could push it to the market, and we would need somebody who could invest, along with that. So I don't have specific numbers, but I just want to bring forth my product here to, get into the.
Excellent, excellent. Gautam. If you have any opportunities to open the markets for Gautam in this space, please go ahead and talk to him offline. Thank you so much, Gautam.
Thank you.
There's one question from the audience once again.
Thank you for your presentation. It looks great. I just have a very quick question. So is this related to like SAP security?
Yeah, pretty much that, but it's more towards SAP security would be a part of it, because somebody who would manage, who would make changes to information in here between the security and the risk and compliance team. So it's more towards security.
How is it different? Just on high level, how will it implement on the standard SAP?
I'm sorry.
Built in SAP, how will you do this?
Oh, so this is not security per se. Security does more of compliance and risk analysis based on SOX regulation. This will be more towards compliance towards GDPR, CCPA, COPA, and those regulations. So those regulations are more towards privacy, while SOX is more towards segregation of duties.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
on to our next speaker and who is the guy? Yeah, Badri Mashallah, please come on to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. I promise I'm not going to take more time. So again, this is Badri Macharla. I'm from Austin. Recently, a year back, we moved from the Boston. So as you know, that Austin is the most happening place. So recently, we acquired 5 acres land for 1.4 million. So we are looking for 500,000 for development, land development, and also the project. So the land we acquired near to Circuit of America. It was started 2012 in 2,000 acres. It's a niche market. What we are planning. It's not a regular. We are planning to build garage condos. It's not a regular project. It's a niche market. It's related to the NASCAR related project. So behind our land, there is a 17-acre property they developed. They started building this same garage condos. So they already sold out. So it's in 17 acres. They started 2 years back. So the first phase will be finishing in the month of May next year. So that aggressively going on. So whoever use this NASCAR, again, race purpose, each we are talking about 1 million. So for this, the condos, what we are planning for, so to park and also to have a social gatherings and other things. So we are talking about a 3 to 5 years time frame with 24% return plus or minus. That's currently we are. It's too early. Recently we acquired this land. I don't have any other details to share, but I'm happy to share when you meet me personally. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Anna. Thanks for the information. And Badri is my brother from Austin, but he does a lot of things to now. Thanks, Anna. And our next speaker, Janardhan. Anna, please come on to the stage.
Good afternoon, everybody. And thanks for giving me this opportunity. And I got just 3 hours back, I added my slide into the discussion to this. And thanks for the opportunity of the NAPA. I live in Austin and I have an experience of 26 years of experience in database administration and database architecture. So I know what are the operational problems and challenges I faced historically while I'm working. So all those operational challenges I'm addressing through this product. It is called as a database as a service now. Everybody knows DBAS, database as a service. I added anything as a now is always the correct. So, and for that reason, I added a component called ServiceNow component product itself. It means we have built all item capabilities in the product as a service manager. So it has multiple components in the product. Database lifecycle management as well. That database lifecycle management is completely to provision a database completely through automation, and all the products and tools which we use is all community edition. There is no enterprise unless until customer requires a community enterprise edition, we deploy the enterprise product. But otherwise, up to the wish, customer can deploy for all lower environments, all community editions, and then QA production and first they can go with production. But all the configurations are unified, exactly the certified, and best practices are included in the configuration of the database while configuring. You can deploy a database as a cluster and a standalone in anywhere, either on-prem or mixed cloud or single cloud. At the same time, operation challenges, what I'm talking about it is, especially adding a node, removing a node, or upgrade database, backup database, clone database, especially restore database. There are too many challenges, but with my product, click a button. You can migrate database from AWS to GCP, or GCP to on-prem to, again, Azure. Anywhere you can deploy. And multi-cloud deployment, I have tested for a couple of customers, migrated myself with GCP to on-prem, or some customers Azure to AWS also I migrated myself. All those problems, whatever operational challenges are there, I'm addressing in the lifecycle management. And then this product is completely API capable and you can integrate with your applications. And moreover, if you have already monitoring tools, especially bigger companies will go, you have already monitoring in place, already service now integrated, all those things. If you wanted to have all the APIs are there integratable, and integration also very simple. Give the URL as well as username and password. You can integrate with any of the capability of you have currently to the product. And moreover, in a single dashboard of fail, you can see all the databases, what kind of technologies you have, what kind of versions every application database using, which version, which database you're using, what are going to be end of life cycle for the databases in a single dashboard. You don't need to build any dashboard as such. It will be there as such. And moreover, in entire your organization wise, whatever database footprint you have, you can see in a single pane at the executive layer. You don't need to cook the information to transfer to the executive level. Everything, whatever DBA will see, executive management will see the same information. That is the database lifecycle management which I am bringing. And this will especially, right, especially adopting a new technology operationally, which is going to be a huge challenge in the current technology changing world. Because every time there are 440 database technologies available in the world. Suppose if you want to, if you are Oracle DBA, you want to manage Neo4j is a graph database, or a document database, MongoDB, or some XYZ database. It is very difficult for operationally DBAs to transition, learn, and support new technologies. But with my product, click a button. Whatever your experience is Oracle or SQL Server, you can with the same level of expertise, you can manage Mongo or Neo4j as well, because we have built unified UI to the product. So any layman can deploy a database and manage database operationally, even migrate, clone, upgrade, downgrade. You can, and moreover, that is important. No company can do a downgrade of database. I can do downgrade database, any technology, anywhere. So from version to version, I can downgrade, click of a button. That is the capability I'm bringing to the database. So that is lifecycle management, right? And then service manager is a service now. Everybody knows about it. Whoever is working in the IT, right? ServiceNow, we have built all vital components which is related to database. You don't need to subscribe ServiceNow, pay extra licenses. And that is ServiceNow we have. Another thing is license manager. Every company purchases licenses from the vendor for 20 licenses, 30 licenses, or 50 licenses. Nobody knows in the company how many licenses we have utilized, whether overused or underused. But that can be managed through my product. That is license manager. Another one is the last one is Zen. We have built a client tool which can talk and you can give the select query, which is Oracle or whatever. If you want, you can get the result in any of the database technology. You can pass that query and result will be coming that way. That also is available in part of the Zen. Another thing is last week I got the patent approved. I got the patent my patent. It is announced, and I haven't announced the product yet. I'll be announcing sometime in September, October timeframe. If anybody wanted to do a POC or kind of test it, ready to use, but the packaging I'm doing it, that work is going on. That will be available by end of this month. Once it is available, register to the website, download the product and use it. You don't need to believe me. You just test it and download, use it yourself. MVP version is available product, you can ready to use. That is the capability I'm bringing. And what I'm looking for is from the perspective of the marketing, I would like to have some customers, paid customers, and then I'm looking for money for marketing. Those are the two things which I would like to get from the investors. So,
Excellent presentation.
Thanks, Jayanta, like one of the very great contributors for our NAPA Texas, NAPA Austin chapter. So he's a lovely person. Thanks, Anna. And I hope your product was very, very successful.
Anybody wanted, just talk to me.
Thank you.
I can explain more details. And it is you guys test it and tell me. You don't need to believe on me. That confidence I have. I'm a DBA architect, database architect. I have the problem.
I think very good product.
Before we,
Janardhan brother, let him connect with the, most of us are in senior roles in IT, so we can do something.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Let's-
exactly. Guys,
let's take that offline,
I need your
Anna.
help big time. I need to go to markets.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
and thanks everyone for coming to the business meet. And the people who worked hard to make this business meet successful, let's honor the people And I want to introduce a few people. Rajendra Sella from Austin. And Kranti Kandagatla from Dallas. And Srikanth Kanjam is from Dallas. And Vijay Gaddam from Seattle. These people work day and nights to make this possible. And I want Hari Anna and Balaj Anna and Srinivasani Anna to honor the people. Yes.
Thanks everyone for coming. Congratulations. So this is the first time they attempted to do this. Next year it will be a lot more improved and we will have the real investors and also make sure that we organize this much better. And we will make it happen. We'll raise money for our entrepreneurs. Thank you so much.
So, thanks everyone for attending this. The next important event would be